What up, everyone? It's your man Xman87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today is the reveal of the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wave 2. But before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, let's go! You know, if there's Marvel Legends X-Men reveals, we gotta talk about it on this channel. How can I not? X-Men is my thing. You guys know this. And this came as a surprise to me because I thought this would be revealed for tomorrow's live stream that they got going on. So I'm like, well, if this is revealed early, what the hell are they gonna talk about? I hope we get some new reveals and it's not a waste of time with stuff we've already seen. But I saw Dan Yoon, he tweeted out onto X, platform X. I still call it Twitter, goddammit. He said that they will recap these figures, but also show a few more stuff. So as long as we're getting a few more stuff, that is cool. But we'll cover the X-Men 97 reveals today on this channel. I won't go over them for tomorrow's reveal, so we'll just save time and we'll just go over the new reveals. These reveals caught me off guard and were not in the plans today because I'm still reviewing the His Tank. So in the middle of reviewing that, I see this and I'm like, well, you know, we got to talk about it. And I don't even know which figure to start with because, alright, I'm going to let you know right off the bat, I am all in on this wave. I love this assortment. You know, your typical retro carded wave, but the character selection here, I feel, are top notch. So I'm just going to go over the photos that Hasbro emailed me, which is just them in the card and them with all the accessories. There are other photos of them online in different poses if you want to check them out. But I'm just trying to save time because I'm in the midst of reviewing a His Tank. So check out those photos though. They look really good in the poses. Alright, we're just going to start off with Cyclops. And here he is in the retro card. You can see all the accessories laid out. I do like the retro card design for the X-Men 97. I do like the artwork. However, the default head, he looks a little cheesy, has a little smirk going on, and I wish it kind of matched the attitude that's on the artwork. And so here he is with all his accessories in this promo image. You see here, as you can see, a closer look at the head right there. Yeah, it looks a little bit goofy, you know. I'm not feeling that smirk. But the good thing about this figure, there's no cell shading. So unlike the VHS one, no cell shading whatsoever. He's still on the Vulcan body. I wished they still fixed that damn forearm seam. They gotta find a way to just give it a new forearm that has a smooth, you know, just a smooth texture. No freaking lining or anything that just it ruins the aesthetics right there. You know what I mean? So it just feels like he has a long blue glove underneath those yellow gloves. And again, everything looks good. The best thing about this, besides not having the cell shading, is finally we get a Jim Lee costume Cyclops with an optic blast effect. As you can see, this face sculpt I like a lot more. I love the angry expression. It's gonna look great with the optic blast on. You got his, you know, he's got his two fists. He's got his little the trigger finger gesture for his visor, and you got the open hands. So it's a great accessory selection. The hairstyle, a little too plain with the coloring. I just feel like they could have put a little more effort and, you know, just give it some shading. You know, I think for the hair, I wouldn't mind cell shading for the hair. And just to give it a little more detail. But, yeah, I mean, you can see the photos online with the optic blast on. He looks good. Look who we have here. The Goblin Queen, Madeline Pryor. And, yeah, this is sure going to rile up some people in the community with this. It is a different figure from the Haslab version, though, you know, because the Haslab version was going off the 2015 Modern Comic Battle Inferno look, you know, not her classic 80s look, which is the one I desire more. So I will not settle until we get that 80s accurate comic version of Goblin Queen. This, for being in the animated series, is fine. And honestly, I'm kind of bummed out that Alright, this to me is a spoiler. I did not know Goblin Queen was going to be in X-Men 97, so you guys know me, I hate spoilers. I wish I went into X-Men 97 as a surprise, because I love the Madeline Pryor character. I really do. So if I, went into the show watching it without knowing anything, rumors or whatever, because I like to avoid that stuff, and I saw Goblin Queen, it would have had a lot more, I love the element of surprise. It would have been a lot more impactful, and I would have been more hyped for the figure. I gotta say, man, she looks good, though. She looks really, really good. I think we're looking at an all-new sculpt. That torso looks new. Yeah, that torso really looks new. It has a lot of seam work, sculpt work, even the legs, those thigh highs, it's got sculpt work. I love that. Bring me the aesthetics, man. Gotta love that. And you know what? I will say this. One thing I will say is that I'm digging this cape a lot more than the Haslab one. I think this cape looks better. She has regular pupil eyes, which, that's fine. We're probably going to get a Madeline Pryor head with the all-white pupils or yellow pupils, however they want to go with that. But, man, yeah, that cape looks really good. She's got the medallion. It's got texture inside the cape. Got the pinless joints. Yeah, she's looking good. I hate those trolley flame accessories. Like, why, man? Just give us something else. And she's got open hands, closed fist, and another baby. How many babies is this in the line? 2, 3, I think, right? Baby Hulk, Nightcrawler, and now what I'm assuming is Cable, right? So I want to see where that storyline plays in. Where they're gonna go with that, hopefully they keep it accurate to the source material. So I also noticed for the cartoon design, she has those pantyhose leggings, and they did just that with the figure, and they made it gray right above the thigh highs. So the two-tone colors, that looks good. Yeah, overall, I think this is a good looking figure, and those that are upset that, she didn't come to fruition when the Haslab wasn't funded, I think they'll settle for this, and that's not a bad settlement. If you just care about having the Goblin Queen character in your collection, then this is a cop for you. Now going from the clone Jean Grey to the real Jean Grey, wow, man, I gotta say, I am very pleased with this X-Men 97 Jean Grey. We get an all new sculpt alright, so I'm just gonna say that this is already better than the comic Love Triangle 3-pack that they gave us. It seems like in the animated series they gave her a lot more line work. So you got the thigh padding, but you also have, the boots that are, she's got designs on the boots. So not sure if I'm really feeling that. But maybe it's something that, it'll probably grow on me a little bit. I will say that the upper orange shade, or is it kind of like a peach shade, is a lot darker than the legs. I just noticed that on the torso. I'm not feeling that. Me, it irks me when the plastic tone doesn't match, because it looks like she has nude pants and, then the rest of the upper body is yellow. It just doesn't look like it's one full suit connected. The blue armored parts are great. She's got her shoulder pads, even the patches on her biceps, on her arms right there. It has some stitching work. It doesn't show that on the artwork, so looks like they're taking a little more realistic approach there. And you have her forearm bands. That looks good. Again, she's all pinless, so that's the good thing. Okay, another thing I just noticed. Talking about the mismatched plastic tones, I just noticed that the like how I pointed out, the upper body and the lower legs, right? They're different, but the knees on the the knees on her legs matches her upper body. It matches that kind of color tone. That's weird, man. It really is weird. Again, I think overall as a figure, it's better than the Love Triangle one. I just, there's just some choices here that I'm like, I don't agree with. They should have tweaked this here and there. But you know, for the most part, the good outweighs the bad. The belt looks good. It's a new belt design. I like her ponytail hair. I like that head sculpt a lot. So that's really nice. I even like the long hair head sculpt. So yeah, they both look good. So she has two open hands and two fisted. And, oh wait, hold on. She has no two fists. She's got three open hands. Huh. Okay, that's just strange that she has three open hands and not two fists. They should have thrown an extra fist in there, especially since she doesn't have her telekinetic effects. And I wish she had that. You know, like the Mafex figures gave her some nice effects. This figure could have benefited from that, you know? I feel like the female figures always get shortchanged when it comes to effect powers. And, you know, someone like Jean Grey, who is one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Comics, you'd want to complement her power set. But let me know if you like this one more than the comic version. Are you going to replace your comic version if you have it with this one? You know, if the line work bothers you, if it's not comic accurate and you don't want it with your comics, and you know, I understand. For me, my X-Men and Spider-Man displays are inspired by both comic and animated series, so that's the only exception. I don't mind mixing the two up, but you'll never see me mix up comic and movie figures in the same shelf. Hell no, I am not with that shit at all. Next up, this man needs no introduction on my channel. You guys know this is my favorite Marvel villain of all time, favorite X-Men character of all time. I don't care how many times I have to say it, I will let y'all know till you are tired of it, because I love Magneto that much, god damn it. But this is his alternate look, and I gotta say, man, why did they go with the Vulcan body mold here and not with his regular costume? I thought he would look so much better on the Vulcan body, because the Wave 1 X-Men 97 Magneto kind of let me down, you know, with giving him those same ugly legs as before. And I just thought overall the Vulcan body would have been better, you know, at least for now till we get closer to a better Magneto, because, you know, I still want my 90s linebacker built Magneto the way Jim Lee made him. So with this one, you know, it is a better buck. The cape looks okay, you know. He's got the long hair. He got two fist hands, and you got two open hands, and yeah, that's pretty much it. One big M on his torso. I'm not sure if I'm feeling this design as much, but maybe it's one of those things where if he has a badass storyline behind this look, then yeah, I'm all for it. I do like the head sculpts. I think the head sculpts look good. I like the angrier expression more. The stern looking one, I wasn't feeling at first, but the more I look at it, the more I'm like, huh, that's this is pretty good if you look at that strong jawline structure, and he's got strong features, that's for sure. And I like that, you know, Magneto should have strong features. I just noticed that it's not a straight up Vulcan reuse, actually. Those arms are new. I just see that he's got long arm sleeves. The aesthetic cut is right there. That's okay. Marvel Legends, finally, you're adding some aesthetics, man. Keep it going, because I feel like they might be treating some of this like their MCU figures, because, you know, MCU figures always get new sculpts. So if they treat it like that, then these parts could be reused for comic figures, and that's a good thing. These arms, though, I will say there's a downside. Again, he suffers that long arm syndrome like the first Magneto figure and some of their other Marvel Legends, you know. It's just, yeah, the anatomy there is off, so that's the only bummer. It's an okay figure, you know, it's not that great. I'm getting it because it's Magneto, but I'm kind of tired of settling for mid-Magneto figures, because that's what I feel like Marvel Legends has been doing with my boy. They're just giving us mid-Magneto figures. He's just called Mid-Needle from now on. Like, give us the Magneto figure we all deserve. Thank God for Mafex, because we're definitely not getting a lot of these definitive versions of the main core characters in Marvel. Next up is Nightcrawler, and this one I'm very excited to see anytime he comes out in figure form because he's one of my favorite X-Men, and I just love Nightcrawler. And this looks really, really good, okay? His head sculpts, I love them. I love them. It has that shadowing effect on his face, whether it's cell shading or just a straight up shadow effect. Whatever it is, it looks good. And he has his hairstyle, it's dry brush, airbrush, whatever you want to call it. It looks great. The face sculpts are great, man. I really love that alternate head. That he has that kind of grin, and even his normal face, he has this kind of like, I don't know, it's a Nightcrawler expression, okay? You know, when you see the character, and he has this kind of, you know, stoic looking face, and it looks so good, man. And the body is entirely new, I want to say. You get pinless arms and pinless legs on Nightcrawler. You know, we didn't get that in the 2019 Wendigo Wave figure because they weren't doing pinless tech at the time. And man, this looks so good. I think it is an all-new mold. Maybe the crotch piece is the same because it looks like that tail is the same. It's not bendable. I've looked at the other photos online, and it's, you know, pre-posed in that same position. I'm sure we would know if it was bendable because we would see it, you know, posed in different ways. And the first thing I was looking for were those little tiny holes, you know, to detect if it was a bendable tail, and it just looks good. So he's got the two fists, he's got open hands, no swashbuckle sword, okay. That's a bummer, but it doesn't even look like his hands could hold one. Maybe the left hand can. And this would have been the perfect Nightcrawler if they just gave him toe joints, man. Why can't they give him toe joints? If there's any character you're gonna give toe joints to, other than Spider-Man and Daredevil, characters like that, I think for Nightcrawler, that's a necessity. I know that is a necessity. He should have toe joints on the front and on the back toes as well. Overall, I am just super stoked for this figure. And yeah, this would have been the perfect Nightcrawler if he had articulated toes and a bendable tail. And the last figure in the wave is one I did not expect to see this soon, and I am so stoked because it is the Executioner. And if you guys remember when I did my X-Men character wish list for Marvel Legends a year or so ago, you know that this guy was, I think he was in my top 10. And man, yo, I did not expect this. I'm just so happy to have this character. I wanted this character so bad in figure form, and it's another spoiler for me because I'm like I didn't want to know he was in the show. This would have been another surprise. It would have been another surprise factor for me. But he looks so good. You know, he has his own look. It's not, you know, the comic version, but this will surely pave the way for a comic version. I feel this is great. This is a nice treat to see. He definitely has a lot going on with that jacket. He looks completely different from his comic book outfit, which I had a big attachment to the vintage figure. That was one of my favorite vintage figures from that X-Men line. It had some soft goods in there, so I'm hoping if they make a comic version, he has soft goods because he's got to be able to pose. And before I get into the figure details, I just noticed that the jacket color is different from the artwork. So the artwork shows he has a brown jacket, and the figure is a black jacket. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe they changed it in the cartoon where he has a black jacket. I don't know, but if he does have a brown jacket, then they fucked up on the figure. All new sculpt on the, he is an all new sculpt, but the arms, is it an all new sculpt or those are Shocker arms? He's got that quilt-like pattern. So I'm not sure if those armbands are sculpted on there or they're just a layered piece. If it's sculpted on there, it's definitely new. But if it's a layered piece, hey, still, that's fine. It's a clever reuse. I like I love everything about this figure. I'm just bummed out he doesn't have alternate hands. But, you know, I can see he has those comic accurate heavy duty boots. And interesting how they did the mask, because it's supposed to connect to his torso. Is supposed to be one piece. So I guess they did it a separate piece, so you're able to turn his head around. That looks like it's on a ball joint for sure. And his belt says FOH. Is that supposed to mean fuck out of here? Yeah, you know, like, is that what it's supposed to mean? If so, that'd be freaking hilarious. He's got some new accessories that I haven't seen. A little cartoony rifle right there, and he's got this purple arm cannon. So, you know, okay. He's the one important thing for this character is to give him the weapons, and that's what they gave him. Is 4 weapons. So overall, I'm still down for this. Again, I'm down for all of these. So this is one character now. I'm so excited because I'm thinking, come on, man, now give us a comic version. Give us a comic version. I just think a comic version would be so badass, but they gotta give him soft goods in order for it to work. And that's my main concern with this figure. Is he going to be well articulate? This is a very agile character. You know, I just hope he moves well. Obviously, you could tell he has that ball rocker waist. I don't know if he has any extra torso movement as far as like an upper torso swivel or a crunch. And I'm just hoping we get good leg movement there, because you can see the jacket overlapping the legs. It's usually never a good sign to get wide stances, whether it's outward or frontward, backwards. I just hope we get a good range with this guy. I don't want to be disappointed because I love the way he looks. Overall, I mean, I am very happy with these set of reveals. Like I said before in the beginning, I'm all in on this wave. If there was one figure I'd pass on, I hate to say it, but it would be Magneto, because that's my boy. But he's, to me, the least appealing out of these figures. But the good thing about this wave is I can see so many collectors replacing their comic versions with these figures we see revealed right here. I mean, we're getting the best Cyclops right there. I mean, Jean, I can see so many people get Jean, especially those that missed out on that Love Triangle 3-pack. I could see people replacing Nightcrawler. I mean, he's a great update. Why wouldn't you get him? Goblin Queen and Executioner are new characters added to the line, and you can expand on your X-Men villains that way. Yeah, overall, I think, and I'm just speaking for myself here, that this Cyclops and Nightcrawler will definitely replace my comic book ones. Maybe Jean Grey. I'm leaning more towards this Jean Grey, replacing my other one. For me, again, like I said, with animated series stuff, like my shelf, it doesn't need to strictly be comic when it comes to mixing it with animated series. I grew up on the animated series X-Men and Spider-Man, so to me it's always going to be not just look wise for character looks to be comic and animated series style inspired, but also teams. Like, some people point out my Avengers shelf, oh, you don't have a classic Avengers team. You got some modern characters on there like Winter Soldier. He's not part of the classic team. Well, have you seen Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes animated series? Like, you know, he was on that team. It's also animated series inspired, not just comic inspired when it comes to looks or rosters. Teams, looks, I just go by what I love. Like Spider-Man 90s animated series, Doc Ock is my favorite Doc Ock version. I love that way more than the classic one, so that one's on my shelf. So I didn't feel the need to open up a new shelf for Spider-Man 90s animated series figures. So neither will I open up a new shelf for X-Men 97. I don't feel the need to do that. a lot of these animated series looks, because of their style, it just blends in perfectly with the comics. Overall, this is a really strong, heavy-hitting wave. If I was to give it an on-reveal rating, maybe 8.5, between 8.5 to a 9 out of 10. I could sway either way. I love it. Maybe it's because of my X-Men fandom that I'm biased towards it, but again, I love it, and that's just how I feel, and my feelings ain't up for debate about that. Alright, gonna skedaddle out of here, gonna edit this and upload it, and go back to reviewing my His Tank. And I know some of you were saying in my Green Goblin No Way Home review that you guys were happy that I took a break and got some rest, and y'all were sad to see me leave. I'm like, I never said anything of the sort. I never said I was taking a break or leaving. I just, in those 3 weeks that you didn't see me upload a video, I was just too busy with life, and yeah, outside of YouTube, I was just so busy. I didn't have a break or anything like that. I wish I had a break, but my break won't start until after December 20th, where I will visit my family in Florida for the holidays. That'll be my holiday vacation. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it was no break, but I'm gonna try to hustle before I leave, try to work on some top 10 videos of 2023. I don't think I'll be able to tackle every category before I leave. I'll see what kind of time I have. I will definitely put some out, and then I'll probably just do the rest after I come back from holiday break. So you'll see some top 10 videos in December. I'll kind of spread them out, and then you'll see some other top 10 videos in January 2024. But just wanted to give you the heads up on that. No, I did not leave, but thank you for checking on me. I appreciate it. Now I'm kicking it back to you. What do you think about this Marvel Legends X-Men 97 wave? Remember I said earlier, in case you missed it, I'll just say it again, that in tomorrow's live stream they'll be going over this. So when I cover the recap for tomorrow's live stream, I will not be going over this. I'm gonna save us time on that. So if they say anything new and regarding this wave, you can check back on this video if you want to comment on something, or comment on the newest video for tomorrow's live stream recap. I think for the new stuff that'll be revealed in tomorrow's live stream, I'm thinking 50th anniversary themed Wolverine figures. I did see Ryan Ting tease a bunch of random Wolverine figures on his Instagram, so I'm thinking that. And maybe we'll get the rest of the newest comic X-Men wave that might have Lilandra in it. But I don't know if Lilandra is going to be in a 2-pack or a wave. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But also, that's what I'm hoping to see as well. But yeah, X-Men 97 Wave 2. Are you with it or not with it? Comment below. Let me know. We'll chat about it. Thank you for watching another Marvel Legends news video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at Xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.